Okay, so this is your Tuesday Tarot Tea message. I had to come give you guys your love. Okay, I told you whether it's early, late, or okay, at the beginning of the day, that night, I am going to make sure I give you guys your Tuesday Tarot Tea messages every single week. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay, so let's get right into it. If you guys need to book me for a reading, all the information is in my description box. And in the meantime, between time, you want to listen to my music, that is also in my description box. All right, at In Love with the Unknown, JadeBakerIman on all platforms, you can find my music. All right, tune in, you guys, because soon the album will be dropping as well. So we're gonna be using the Yu-Gi-Oh cards again. Okay, so those who saw last week, we used the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and they actually gave us a lot of clarity, surprisingly. So I'm hoping that at this time we can use the Yu-Gi-Oh cards again and get a little bit more clarity as well. So let's get into it. Pick a card. All right, this is my pick a card game, and you guys know in the future I want you guys to join these pick card sessions when I maybe start doing it at 10:10 at the dot every single time, because after the sessions I do want you guys to know that I want to do free readings for y'all, meaning that I'll allow you to tell me a situation or you know ask me a question, and then I'll answer for you after we do the pick a card game. And just know, excuse me, if it resonates, let it flow. If it doesn't, let it go. Most importantly, if it resonates, you'll know. If it doesn't, just let it go. And use this, take this with a grain of salt and leave the rest, okay? All right. Card one, people. Card one, people. Okay. All right, you guys just had to make sure this device was charging. Okay. So yeah, I'm just shuffling. We're still getting some. So there could be some type of thing that you guys are repeating. Remember the last message was try again or next or to the next level. So some of you guys could be in a phase where you are kind of repeating some cycle. For the rest of you guys that I named this evolve or stay the same, basically, I feel like you guys are, I always say whatever happens during a reading is a great indication of what the reading is about. So there could be something that's finally phasing out, cycling out, closing out, a cycle of your life that's finally, the door is finally closing on it. So if you see some energies repeating, it might just be spirit kind of bringing these energies in to be like, did you really learn the lesson? So we're going to bring some things in. Maybe we might even bring them even harder, and then we're going to kind of play with you and see, did you really got it in the bag? I feel like a lot of you guys, from my card one people, you got it in the bag. So for my card one people, I feel like you guys have evolved. Your first card hasn't come out yet, but let's see. Wow, this is the same card from last time, so I'm just going to take these cards out in case they keep falling out. Wow. Okay, so you guys got Mystic Clown. It says, nothing can stop the mad attack of this powerful creature. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like the joke was once on you, now the joke is on them. The joke, like, I think we talked about this in a reading about not taking things seriously in your life because you don't want to make yourself a walking joke. Like, you don't want to be, hello, Aries season, a fool. You know what I'm saying? So knowledge gives you certain awareness that allows you to not have to repeat the same cycles and lessons again over and over and over. And I feel like with this energy Mystic Clown, it's almost like you guys, the very same things that have tried to basically come back into your life and repeat themselves and probably make you seem like a clown, make you feel like a fool, make you feel dumb or silly, like, oh my gosh, why didn't I see that? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a person who's deliberately good and out their way to like bring you out your peace, and then you, which you maybe usually that person would have the power. I always like to say I do not allow external factors to determine how I internally feel. What would usually happen is this person would have some type of control that would take your peace, that would drain you, that would make you be in this war, like, angry or whatever, just not in your element and not focus on what you need to be focused on. So The things that used to basically turn you inside out are turning inside out. So if something was working against you, now it's running from you, basically, is the vibe that I'm on. You know what I'm saying? If something was trying to, if somebody or something was trying to embarrass you, or basically saw you kind of trying again, like in the last video, like trying to get to that next level, and it was trying to come in like some big boss and make you feel like you can't get to the end or you can't win. Now this energy feels like this. Now this energy feels like, damn, this person's not the same. This person has evolved. I need to fucking come different or get a life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what this is. It's almost like giving me vibes of like past life stuff. Doesn't have to be past life. Past life could be 2 years ago, could be 1 year ago, you guys. But it's really giving me the vibe of like something that is blowing your mind, bringing this mystic cloud energy in that y'all are focused on, that y'all are doing, and like every possible obstacle or thing that could come in to deter you guys is literally being turned, having its head be turned on itself, and it's turning into the clown. So if somebody was trying to make you a fool or you the clown, they have now become the clown or the fool. All right. If somebody was trying to play games with you, they're now getting games played with them. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like knowing you're very protected. And I like this energy because it's almost like the very energy, if somebody's coming at you in a very negative way, it's almost like it's going to automatically reverse and they're going to realize this is their energy, this is not yours. Or people, places, and things. So if you also were in some type of debacle or social situation where you were dealing with external forces, like I was talking about, that were trying to that were trying to affect how you internally feel, that were trying to take off your peace, these energies are going to get recognized for what they are, and it's almost like their heads are going to be freaking cut or some shit. Like it says nothing can stop the mad attack of this powerful creature. Like it's just not going to work, basically. And then it's giving me all seeing eye energy. You see how he has the eyes all over him? Like you will see it coming before it even comes to you. So it's almost like, and then I just heard, you know, when they say like when God lets you get popcorn and eat and like watch somebody's karma or some bullshit like that, it could be like that. Like maybe maybe somebody or something, person, place, or thing, or just a dark energy wanted to see your demise, and now you are watching the puppets of these energies who were harnessing these energies demise, or you're watching the people who were very much working against you demise. Not because you're revengeful, but just because people should just not fuck with you, yo. Like you're not the same. You've evolved. So also that could be another message as we slide into card 2, people. It's manipulation of ants. I was just about to say that, like it's almost like because you're not the same, you we were talking about this in one of my prior readings, like you're not the same, you're not in the same place you were. So you could have some of my card 2 people, you might need to be mindful of people, places, and things from your past that just want to pull that out of you, that just want to try to prove, but that want to even maybe use some type of manipulation tactics. Like I seen this post and it was like, don't reply to an insult. The whole point of an insult is to get you to act without thinking. It's giving me this vibe, like be very mindful, because I feel like these energies know that you're in the process of evolving, card 2 people, and they want you to be the same. Or this could even be an energy where like you're not like the status quo, you don't do what is normalized for your in your demographic, like you don't fit some box. So it could be the most simplest things that even me as a woman, some people may just see me as a black woman and put me in all these other boxes. Some people may just see me as a multifaceted being and they just are receiving their message. All right. And they're just like, forget judging the messenger. It's about the message. But sometimes spirit will use certain messengers to irritate people to understand a certain truth. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not about the message and it is the messenger, and that's why you resonate so much with it. It's not because of the message and who's saying it. I mean, it's not because of what's being said, it's who's saying it. So manipulation ends. It says offer one type monkster on your side as a field tribute, special summon army anti tokens, blah, 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 blah. The token cannot be used as a tribute for a tribute summon. Well, we just get the point. It's a spell card, all right? Manipulation of the ants. That's what I get. It's almost like the very forces that they try to work against you is going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? So this could be like you trying to evolve, you trying not to be the same, and maybe somebody trying to say something rude about you behind your back. And then boom, that energy goes right back towards them. So it's like they try to manipulate it and make you seem like something, and then what ends up being shown is you're actually the one who's evolving and doing their work. You're not even focused on this person, and that manipulation tactic kind of goes back. Or like I was saying before, these external forces, these dark forces, kind of work against themselves, fall on their own faces. So it could even just be a dark force in general. We're not really fighting people. Sometimes we're really just fighting spirits. So this spirit basically own head turns on itself. Is giving me snake eats itself. Like this energy eats itself alive. Like it fucks its own self up and therefore frees you, and then makes people aware that it actually exists. And because now that this energy is aware, that it's like now that people are aware that this energy exists, they know how to actually like protect themselves from it too. So you might not be the only person going through this. You might be actually like an example as you evolve to help people understand like how to walk in your truth, even when there are forces against you that really want to break you down and keep you here. You know what I'm saying? You may not even realize you are a living, walking, breathing example of how to walk in your truth in a very chaotic time in this world where people want to put you into a box. So you might be living a very outlandish, bold truth, and then you living that outlandish, bold truth, you're helping other people free themselves from these manipulation tactics that might even come from society or the government or people, places, and things, parents, old mindsets, traditions that want to try to manipulate them and bind them, ants, that want to try to annoy them, ants. And then that brings me back to the annoying, like getting you out of your mood, getting you out of your element. I feel like you guys really know how to breathe. So when this energy comes, you know how to literally be like, oh, I see it's an attack. You know what I'm saying? And once again, we're not going to just say it's a person, but because I don't think anyone has that level of power personally. And if a person thinks they have that much power to cause you a physical attack and be irritated, because I used to get really bad eczema and stuff, then either you've given them too much power to believe that they could do such a thing, or you giving something power. So it's almost like you guys are taking that power back. You're realizing how the very same energy you could have been using to like maybe manifest against what you truly desire, which is what we were talking about in the last Tuesday Tarot Tea, you're now using this energy to get what you want. So it's now like using the same forces to work for you. And only if you're actually doing this work, if you're going to understand what that means. And really it means doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it would almost seem like in this moment dealing with manipulation ants, I would tell you to like run and beat the ants up and stuff like that if they're all on you. But it's almost like realizing like you are the master of these ants, and you could like send them out to do other tasks, to build stuff for you, to get you certain whatever it is that you need or you want to accomplish or do, to maybe attack the forces that's trying to use it to attack you. So that's just what I'm getting. It's very manipulating. Like it's hard for me to even grasp what I'm even fighting in this moment or trying to speak upon in this message. And that might be something you guys are dealing with. You might be in the process of evolving and you're kind of going through these foggy moments where it's like, you know, you are not the same person, but you could be close to these old versions of yourself and you're doing your best to get away from it. And the manipulation ant card might just be a sign to say, you know, there's a way to embrace the old parts of you that you no longer want to show up as anymore in your full truth, and also use them when it's needed. So just because you have done certain shadow work doesn't mean now when your shadow is needed, you don't pull your shadow out. You can integrate your light and your shadow all you want. You can do your shadow work, but your shadow work is not for you to suppress your shadow. Your shadow work is for you to integrate it so that when it comes a time where a motherfucker basically tries you, you can defend yourself, you know what I'm saying, properly. And you're actually more aware and more attuned to what's going on in the shadows or how things are being manipulated, because you have accepted your shadow and you understand when it's needed. So when an external force is coming to attack you or use these energies in the wrong way against you, this negative energy in the wrong way against you or against your favor and what you're manifesting, you're able to actually harness it and kind of like reverse the energy and transmute any type of energy, low vibe, high, or whatever, and use it in your favor, because you are not running from or detached or distorted from that part of yourself. You actually own that part of yourself. You possess that part of yourself. Therefore, you can control that part of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I think I heard someone say that anger is just untamed fear. Okay, so if you kind of understand where I'm going, then you get it. All right, I don't want to spend too much time on that. All right, so the next card, Gravekeeper's Curse. When the monster is normal summon, flip summon, and special summon, inflict 500 points of direct damage to your opponent's life points. It's funny how this kind of looks like an ankh around his head. All right, but Gravekeeper Curse, you know, and it's crazy. He has like hieroglyphics in the back and stuff like that. It's like he's harnessing his own power, his own energy, his own life force power. Another spellcaster's card. So I really like this energy for my card 3 people, because, you know, it's just giving me the vibe like this is a person who maybe had to go backwards a little bit to realize even if they try to be the same, they can't do the same things. They can't be the same person. This is like what my auntie says, like you can't go. So basically, just to be quick, I hope these messages is not getting choppy because the connection was a little jank. But basically, this is a person who's being either taken on like a magic school bus. Let's see the past for a moment. Let's see the old view and old you and old view, who you used to be. Like you kind of going internal in the shadow work to see this old version of yourself or see these old parts of yourself you once needed to survive. That's why a lot of us did certain things in our past we're not proud of. Sometimes you was moving out of a place of pure defense, pure lack. You know what I'm saying? That was the space that you were. I think somebody said we only operate to the level of our awareness. So we can really only like move and do things to the level of awareness. So if a person, it's like it reminds me of like when this guy took a picture of this guy on the street, and the guy who took a picture of the guy on the street was like this NFT dude, right? And then he took a picture of this guy dressed up as the Joker. And after he took the picture, he was like, "Do you want the NFT?" And then the dude was like, "Nah, I don't want the NFT." And then he was like, "Give it to somebody else." So they give the NFT to somebody else, and then that shit blew up and somebody got rich. But if that homeless guy who was dressed up as the Joker was aware of the power of how NFT could take him, he would be a millionaire right now. I bet you in 5 years, he's going to have a moment like this, where he's going to sit back and look at where he's been and be like, oh my God. So that's where I feel like my card 3 people are at. It's almost like you're either on the side where you're looking at your past and you're kind of like, oh my God, I totally was not aware of this one thing, but it's like now you're doing it and you're seeing how your lack of awareness could have kept you away from this very powerful version of you, and you being able to make certain boss moves and make certain things happen because you just weren't aware of certain things. And it's okay. It's called being unconsciously competent. I think incompetent is like when you don't know what you don't know. So I feel like some of you guys are realizing what you don't know. You just don't know what you don't know. But there's another group of you guys that are realizing that you're a little bit more consciously competent, and so you're kind of further down. I don't know, or maybe this is my card 3 people helping people who don't know what they don't know, as you become this person who realizes there's always more for you to learn, but you're definitely not who you once were. And so it's like, okay, that's your message, card 3 people. That was like so draining and kind of like a nuisance and annoying to do. And that might be what you're going through. It's like you might be really like setting the tone and setting the example because of how you are not moving, what you're not doing, for other people, placing things that still resonate with the past old version of yourself. And so then it's like you're helping them get out of their stuff, but there's a need for you to make sure that in the midst of you getting out of your old versions, old ways of showing up, and really being this gravekeeper, grave great the gravekeeper's curse, like it's almost like you're it's like it's like what Dole likes to say, like keeping parts of yourself, things that you should have like kept banished and locked away for 1,000 years. It's like that kind of vibe, like parts of you that you're not proud of or that you just want to relinquish, that don't serve you, that it can't come with you to this next level. Graveyard, like you're keeping it in the dark, or you're helping other people like look, own that shadow, but then if you don't need it, get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain this energy. It's very unfamiliar, but it's almost like doing your shadow work, getting out of a very dark place, and then you getting out of this very dark place, you being the light at the same time for other people who don't even know that they're in a dark place. Is the whole, that's literally card 3 people. So it's like you guys are not the same, and what might be the example or how you might be getting proof to that you're not the same person is literally people from your past. Could be literally things coming up from your past that you used to entertain and do, and you being like nah, and maybe helping other people who don't know nothing about it not get involved, or not go down that path, or not go down that lane, or not do that. It's almost like your evolution is helping others around you. It's bigger than you. Like you're helping certain curses no longer be continued. Therefore, it's almost like you can curse a curse. I know this makes no sense, but those who get it got it. So yeah, card 3 people, I liked y'all energy. I liked all of the vibes of the energies, but I gotta go. So yeah, and I said that at 2211. Okay, so y'all paid attention. Whatever was needed for you to hear, you heard it, and continue to evolve. You're not the same. Even if you try to be the same, it's not gonna work. This is a different time, a different level that you're at. Okay, and once again, if you need me, look in the description box. Make sure you like this video. In peace, y'all.